Let's see here. Get this adjusted. Get in frame. Okay. I almost forgot how to use this thing. So it's 2017. 2016 is past, but I'm not quite ready to let it go yet. I want to talk about a little something because I didn't get a chance to. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been a little bit out of the YouTube game for a couple weeks. At the end of 2016, there were a few factors that kept me from getting online, mostly family, and I am perfectly willing to let you guys take a break from my channel so that I can enjoy time with family. But then New Year's Eve came, and this. This is not the video that I was hoping to produce for the first video of 2017, but Luke changed our plans a little bit. Luke got sick the night before New Year's and ended up with pneumonia. Many of you kept up with Luke's status on Facebook, and I really appreciate all of the prayers, blessings, and well wishes that you gave for him. He is doing a little better. He's progressing. We still have to convince him, bribe him most of the time to continue to drink fluids. He's not very good at keeping up with that when he's not feeling well. I think if we can keep the fluids in him, keep him on his medicine routine, he'll be okay. I want to talk a little bit about last year. You see, 2016 was an amazing year for me in a lot of ways. It started out very normal for me for the last 15 or 20 years. I've had a lot of the same challenges with my personality and just life. And for the most part, I think it's okay, but I was always plagued with this idea that things had to be perfect, and I had a certain pride in life that sometimes made me a little irritable when other people couldn't perform or do as I felt like they needed to, or worse yet, when I couldn't perform as I felt like I needed to, then I would get very frustrated. And I never realized this so much until I started recording myself on YouTube. Watching my facial expressions and hearing my voice, especially when someone else is running the camera, has helped me grow as a person in huge ways, because I got to see how I treat people, and it wasn't always pretty. A lot of times I wasn't aware of how I sounded and how I looked until it got recorded. This awareness grew over the years that I've been on YouTube, where I really honestly tried to be better. Well, something happened in 2016, and I think it started back when I went to Norway. That trip in June was really good for my health, emotionally and spiritually especially. Once I got back from Norway and I was refreshed, and I had a lot of time to reflect on life and just the majesty of nature, then I was able to get back into my own garden, on my own farm, and in my own routine. Sometime around August of 2016, I had this realization that I was allowed to let pride and perfection go. If you look at the videos produced from August on compared to those before, it's pretty different. And one of the things I'm very excited about is that now I feel more free to share with you my passion and not worry so much about being perfect all the time. I can share truly what's on my heart without being weighed down with the idea that my video production has to be perfect, or the weather has to be perfect, or gosh, I wish there wasn't a jet flying over, or me getting frustrated with someone operating the camera because I don't think they're holding it correctly or getting the shots that I felt like needed captured. As a community, you guys have been amazing at reinforcing in me that what I've stumbled onto, this idea that I don't have to be perfect, is a good thing. One of the things that I got out of all of that was, as I allowed myself to be more aware when I was able to kind of let go of a few things, drop some baggage from the past, and I was able to reflect on life a little better with a more open mind, 3 words came to mind: entertainment, education, and encouragement. So this is my mission statement not really an entire statement, but these are my mission words. My goal and my passion is to entertain, educate, and encourage. Thank you for being a part of teaching me how to encourage others. Many of you are really gifted at sharing kindness. You guys have found all kinds of ways to connect with me and encourage me, and I truly appreciate that. Now back to 2017. Let's see if we can salvage a little bit of 2016 to get a little growth in this coming season. This is my GreenStalk vertical growing system. I planted it back around the time of farm day. Well, due to caterpillars and chickens and horses and my neglect, this thing is suffering horribly. The top tier has already been taken off and planted in the garden. Today I want to disassemble this and salvage whatever plants I can and put them in the garden, hopefully to get a little something out of them in the springtime. I think given the proper care, some of these plants can still rebound. I'm going to use this plastic tray to carry the plants back to the garden. Some of these plants have already established a really nice root system in the GreenStalk vertical growing system. I have more than one reason to get these empty. I want to get the plants that are in here in the garden so that I can empty this and clean it out, so maybe I can get started on that aquaponics system I've been talking about for a year. Here's some of those plants from the first tier that I took out. You can see how they're pretty chewed up and they look like they won't make it at all, and maybe they won't, but I like to believe they still have a chance. Luke's gonna supervise. He's still not feeling real well, but he couldn't stand the thought of me being out in the garden all by myself. The Mexican mint marigolds are going to go on the end of this bed over here. I hear that those are an edible plant that can be used in place anywhere in any recipe that calls for tarragon. I've never even cooked with tarragon. I'm going to cut these back by about half, giving that bottom half a little less plant to support until it can establish its roots a little better. I'll go ahead and drop these seeds in here too. Maybe they'll grow. How's that for video 1 in 2017? It's a bit of an update. Tells you a little bit about where I've been and what I'm doing right now. I'm not going to share with you a lot of hopes and dreams at this moment because it seems like normally when I share what I hope to record, I rarely get it done. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you spending 2016 with me. I look forward to a beautiful 2017, sharing this journey with you. I'll talk to you soon. The Mexican mint marigolds are going to go on it. The Mexican mint marigolds are going to go on the